Hi traders, welcome to Lead Currency. My name is Chris. Today's focus again on the euro dollar and pound dollar. Both of them are making some bearish momentum, so let's take a look right now. All right, let's start off with basically the daily chart here. Over the weekend, we were looking at price testing this resistance zone and wondering, is price going to bounce or break, right? And there was a little bit of consolidation up in here, as you can see. So that could have been a pause for more upside and a break, or it could be a reaction to the resistance at the top and a downside. So on Monday morning, price was looking bearish. So we were looking at shorting. In fact, you can see the short right here, the green line indicating the entry and the red line indicating the stop loss. And this was communicated to our ECS.live traders through our Telegram channel as we took that trade live. So this is a bounce trade to the downside that we're taking. And the first target has already been hit at 119.50. The second target is down at 118.50. Now, right here could still be a potential bouncing spot. And that's because price is getting back to the short-term moving average, which generally speaking kind of could be an area where price makes that bounce. It's an important zone because if price does bounce, and we could put a fib from here to here, and you can see why it's important, because we're getting back to the 38/50 fib zone. All right, that's why the first target was aimed at 119.50 because of the 38 fib. So this fib is important because if it bounces, there could still be a rally to the upside to retest this top and perhaps break higher later on. If it breaks through the 50 fib, then I think that this is one correction. This could be the second correction, and there could be one more correction like this downwards to test this bottom. All right, so let's put lines there like this. All right, so from this point of view, it's an important zone because if it breaks through the 50 fib, if it breaks through these tops right here, bearish continuation is likely to test this bottom. Now, it doesn't have to fall in one go. It could break like this, make a pullback, and then fall. And there could be maybe, as you can already see, a potential head and shoulders pattern, for instance. Price could then break through this support trend line and make it down to this bottom. All right, so a pattern like that would confirm the bearish bounce. All right, so for the moment though, it's unclear. We did have a reaction to the top, and we have like a double top, and was one of the reasons why we shorted it. But how far price will go, that really depends on whether price bounces or breaks here. If it bounces, the next key level is again a retest of this top. If it breaks, what I'm looking for is either a flag or kind of an ABC correction towards that head and shoulders pattern, and looking for further downside to 118.50, or maybe in the long term down to 117.50, which is this bottom, and then perhaps even down to 116. So a lot depends. Bearish price action here or a bounce, right? That's very important for the further continuation of the downside. If there is downside, once again, then this was just a correction, an ABC correction like this, within a bigger ABC like this. And we should see a C leg, and that is most likely going to be 5-wave down. So something like this, for instance, and then price could bounce again and move upwards from that support level. That's what I'm looking for the moment. On an hourly chart, we can see that probably wave 3 here or wave 1 out of, because 5 waves have maybe completed here, as you can see, out of the first wave. So there could be a bit of a correction here. We'll have to see how that corrects as price uses, basically is at this support zone. So will it break through it? And if it reacts to it, how does it react to it? If there is a flag like this or a mild correction, continuation is also more likely to the downside. All right, next on the list is the pound dollar. This is the 4-hour chart. And, we skipped this setup to the upside. Price was trying to break above resistance trend lines, but it was slow. The breakout didn't go anywhere, and the candles didn't look too well. Plus, the whole formation is looking like a bear flag. So definitely skip the upside. Reversal traders might have thought about downside. I thought the euro dollar looked better, so I stuck to that one and didn't join the pound dollar, avoiding a similar trade on two currency pairs basically. But Yes, price is trying to break through this flag. It is something that we discussed as a possibility on the weekend. The flag just expanded, now tries to break. If price has a good candle here with the breakout, there is a chance that price make a continuation lower to maybe 134. Let me check again what the targets are. The minus 272 target 134.60, I believe, but I don't have the fib correct here. 1 second. There we go, 134.60, 134.20. And a bearish breakout here could occur down towards the long-term moving average. However, this downside is, there are a lot of support levels that could act as support on the way, this bottom, this target, the long-term moving average, and the minus 61.8 target. So it could be a slow and choppy correction downside. That's something that remains to be seen, all right? For the moment, though, price is moving lower. And we'll have to see how this breakout candle appears. If it's not so good as a breakout candle, it might be best to skip it entirely, because then price is maybe still in this triangle, and the break of that triangle could still be a bullish breakout, by the way. So it is not that interesting, I think, at this moment. But depending on how this 4-hour candle looks like, there could be a break to the downside. A choppy one, but still some downside pressure. Break to the upside could still be a good bullish breakout, and with the trend set up there on the pound dollar. All right, and if it does move higher, obviously this top is a target at around 136.50. If it breaks 137, 137.50. And downside, well, basically we still have a lot of support trend lines to deal with here. So roughly speaking, this trend line at around 134.50, this top here at 134.16, those are potential support levels. So 135, 134.25, still a pretty strong support zone. So that's one of the difficulties of trading at this to the downside. There's not a lot of space before we bump into bigger support. All right, if you want to join our ECS.live program, then where we share our live trade setups, check out elitecurrency.com and then check out the tab ECS.live. More free material also you can find elitecurrency.com, where, of course, you can check out our ECS.start package on the homepage. All right, wish you all good trading. Talk to you soon. Cheers.